EngineAI just released on-site footage of its second brand new mass production facility with no AI-generated content and no CGI. So today on AI News, we're taking a closer, slower look to see if this is the iPhone moment of humanoids and how much they'll cost. So this is the T800 humanoid robot, and it's being assembled here in their Henan facility. This is their second on top of their first Shenzhen facility. You're seeing humans in the loop. This robot operates with 450 Newton meters peak torque with a top speed of about 7 miles per hour or 3 meters per second. And these are currently hanging on these harnesses as part of the end-to-end quality assurance system they have in this manufacturing facility. And in just a moment, I'm going to show you the inside of all their divisions. Here in this marketing footage of this humanoid, you see on its chest, it says Henan made in Chinese there. And this robot features 36 total degrees of freedom with 29 degrees of freedom throughout its body and 7 degrees of freedom in its hands. So now let's take a look at their whole facility. First, their Intelligent Sales Humanoid Solution Center. And this is where they have this PM01 humanoid on showcase. Then they zoom into this humanoid robot autonomous combat league. And they've already been showcasing these robots as part of their marketing. Again, these are autonomous fighting robots. Nothing like this has been seen from other robots. Then they zoom into the Humanoid Data Collection Solution Center, where the human is teaching this robot how to get popcorn out of this container. Then they go over into this future family service site with the T800 and the PM01 showcasing some home robotic solutions. This PM01 you're seeing is $27,000 to $39,500, with this T800 costing between $25,000 to $50,000, and they're already rolling off production lines at a rate of 1 robot every 15 minutes. So now this Henan facility will add to this production capacity, and already they're shipping globally. Starting back in June, they already began to ship to China, North America, Europe, and Southeast Asia. Now, this humanoid is going on these marketing runs, fighting in these live stream events in China, and this could be something that we see more of with these humanoid robotics companies. But make sure to comment down below whether or not you think this T800 is more advanced than the MK1 from Foundation, and which is leading the race to create the most capable humanoid robot soldiers. Also, would you trust this T800 alone in your home? Or would you prefer a different form factor robot? Because while embodied AI hardware is already rolling into consumer homes, Waddle Labs has just introduced an LLM for robotics named Waddle that diverges from the standard approach of training vision language action models and world action models by instead using LLM agents to write and execute code as the control layer, calling specialized action models as tools only when needed. In fact, Waddle Labs claims the old approach has 3 specific limitations. It requires massive robot-specific datasets, it's hard to steer, and struggles to generalize across different robot hardware and environments, which are all problems that the team says aren't inherent to large language models because LLMs already train on internet-scale data and transfer across domains, all without retraining. And Waddle's agents accomplish this by breaking tasks into subtasks, viewing live camera feeds, and generating programs built from a growing shared library of reusable skills, including mid-level functions like grasping or aligning, and they're composed from a fixed set of platform primitives. In fact, the company reports a skill originally created to flip a package was later adapted by a different agent to fold a t-shirt, transferring its knowledge across tasks. And some of the demonstrated capabilities already include controlling different arms and camera configurations without new data collection, multi-step task planning with failure recovery, and coordinating multiple robots via a master agent that spawns sub-agents. And in one internal benchmark, Waddle Labs compared 3 large language models, Opus 4.8, Fable 5, and GPT 5.6 Sol, across a manipulation task suite, and all the models handled simple tasks where only Fable 5 and GPT 5.6 were able to complete these harder tasks using higher reasoning budgets, like folding the t-shirt, with their performance scaling alongside their compute budgets. Furthermore, Waddle says that it's been testing agent-controlled robots for 6 months, and they're planning to use collected intervention data to train specialized robotics-focused agents. Plus, another LLM that may be used for Optimus 3 was just released by SpaceX AI. This is Grok 4.5, and it's positioned as the company's strongest model to date, currently aimed at coding, agentic workflows, and knowledge work, with the model being trained in collaboration with Cursor. And on company-published benchmarks, XAI reports that Grok 4.5 scored competitively against rivals including GPT 5.5, Claude Opus 4.8, and Fable, leading specifically on the software engineering marathon benchmark at 29%, while trailing top scores on some other coding evaluations like Deep Software Engineering and Software Engineering Bench Pro. And XAI notes that these comparison figures come from each provider's own published system cards, not independent third-party testing. And a notable claim here is that XAI says Grok 4.5 resolves tasks using 4.2 times fewer tokens than Opus 4.8, while running at approximately 80 tokens per second, which are speeds that the company compares to lighter Flash models, despite Grok 4.5's larger capability class. And training reportedly ran across tens of thousands of NVIDIA GB300 GPUs, with XAI emphasizing heavy investment in data curation and large-scale reinforcement learning across hundreds of thousands of technical tasks, including software engineering. And beyond coding, XAI says Grok 4.5 can handle office productivity tasks, citing capabilities in building Excel models, PowerPoint decks, and Word documents through plugins for Microsoft Office apps. And the pricing is set at $2 per million input tokens and $6 per million output tokens, with the model being available via Grok Build, Cursor, and the SpaceX API console, with limited time free access being offered through Grok Build and Cursor. But tell us if you think that home robotics are about to become mainstream, as companies in California are already piloting these types of systems, and how much would you be willing to spend per month to have a humanoid assistant in your home? Anyways, like and subscribe, and check out this video here for more of the latest in AI and robotics news, and thanks for watching.